It is no exaggeration to say the power of coffee and conversation here can be life-saving. Everyone in this cafe knows someone in the military who has killed themselves. Nigel Seaman set up Combat to Coffee hoping to help people long before things get that bad. He developed post-traumatic stress disorder, or PTSD, 10 years after leaving the army. It was triggered by the death of his father, losing his job and an injury.
Indirectly, my family became victims of my mental health because I didn't say anything, because I was walking around as perceived as this angry man. Something wasn't going on, but actually I was quite a scared, vulnerable person, I think is the way to explain it. And with my children, they became victims of what happened to me, but indirectly when I struggled, they became my carers.
Matthew Tate volunteers at the cafe. He was hit by a grenade in Afghanistan. Life-changing physical injuries were followed by nightmares and flashbacks. How are you now?
I still room for improvement, I won't lie. Everybody has their good days and their bad days. My PTSD now, at the moment, I've reached a place where still triggered by balloons and different smells and loud noises, but it's knowing what is triggering me and coping mechanisms.
And for people who've never had PTSD, and you sort of talk about triggering, what does it actually mean when you get triggered, and what happens to you?
To me, heart rate goes through the roof, sweats, sometimes shaking, looking around, basically needing to get out of that situation.
Simon Cairns was in the army during the Falklands War. He had no mental health problems until a near-fatal car crash many years later.
I wasn't aware that it was PTSD. My doctor treated it for depression, but at the same time I was drinking a bottle of vodka every morning before breakfast just to try and see the day through. I was out of work, and my family began to suffer as a result of it. And ultimately it ended up with me dropping my son off at work, taking 28 sleeping tablets, drinking a bottle of vodka and driving into a tree in an attempt to end it all.
We often hear the phrase PTSD, we often hear the phrase flashbacks. For you, when you talk about flashbacks, what does that mean?
It means really vivid nightmares, and it can be something that you've seen or heard, or it could be a recollection of a memory that caused intense trauma. So, and you start to relive it, and you can't get out of the dream, and so you actually genuinely believe you're still there. The reality is you have a mental injury. It's not a mental issue. It's a actual injury to that part of your brain.
They know here that everyone has ups and downs in life. They can help. If you take the first step, they will help you with the next. Toby Sadler, 5 News.